Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to you, Akim, pushing his word in sincerity and truth. Back with another video. Today is just going to be a quick article from CNN Business. And the title of this is Skipping Meals, Racking Up Debt, How Inflation is Squeezing Single Parents. So if you haven't noticed, gas prices is going back up exponentially out here around the Chicagoland area. In Chicago, pretty sure you got it close to six bucks. Out here in the suburbs, you got it at $5. You got diesel at $5.50. So things are really inflating, man. And I want to go into this because people are going to get to that breaking point, man. And we've been saying that for the longest, but step by step, this thing is coming to pass. All right. Step by step, this thing is coming to pass. And this is going to push a lot of people over the edge. You already got division in this country, and it's just going to fuel the flames that much more. Because before the Lord comes back, this place is going to be very violent, very divisive. Everybody for their, everybody for their own. It's going to be wild out here. So let's get into it. It says, with daily life now the most expensive it's been in 40 years, single parents say they are running out of places to cut costs. The price of groceries, gas, rent, and utilities has marched higher over the past year, but wages have not kept up. And more than half of single parents make less than $15 an hour, according to recent research from Oxfam, right? And the king of the single parent is the single mother, man. Most notably, you woman of the tribes, right? You just had Kevin Samuels guy pass away, but one of his main messages, if you ever watched the show, was a woman getting with a man and staying, with a man. He put it under the guise of marriage in society, but really, anytime you sleep with a woman, that's considered your wife, right? According to the Bible. But I digress. The point is, more today now than ever, all these women think they're strong, independent, and can make it by themselves. They're in for a rude awakening, to say the least. It says they have left many single parents skipping meals so their children have plenty of food, providing less healthy meals for their family, and culling expenses to the point where any unforeseen costs will mean more debt or worse. For these families whose finances often have slim to no wiggle room, inflation coupled with the end of the federal relief efforts like enhanced child tax credit payments is compounding the financial strain. It's a real tricky game to figure out what can I do, not do, and how I can squeeze a little more money here and there, said Elizabeth Mendez, Sage, 33, whose husband passed away from sudden heart failure in 2020 at the age of 37. Mendez Sage was left to raise her 2-year-old son, Kyone, on her own. And usually, especially for Jake, I don't know if this lady is Jake or not, they're not married in the first place, right? It says for a time after her husband's death, she received food stamps to help the grocery costs, but after she was able to start working again, teaching high school biology, she was no longer eligible. Her $25,000 annual income will also soon make her ineligible for the spousal death benefits. So they're getting ready to cut all this shit off, man. All right? They're going to have you go back and get a job, and if you have a job, hey, you can't even get any help. So they finna really make living in this modern world uncomfortable. All right? Because they have to tear down this current system, get people angry before they come in with a better solution. Order out of chaos is what the elite push. So let's go into a couple scriptures. First scripture I'm going to get is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand. Right? Shall stand in their power. So before we truly get to this, You got what first? You got this first. All right. 40 years you haven't had living expenses go this high, man. This this wicked ass place, Mystery Babylon, but it's all powers, Western powers, beast system powers are circling that inevitable drain. All right, let's keep reading. It says between the loss of survivors benefits and nutrition assistance, the Fort Pierce, Florida mother will have $700 or less hand per month this year than she did last year. Right? So it's probably better off for her not to even get that job, man. If you had to do the numbers, right? She says she has cut back across all aspects of her daily life. She'll keep the air conditioner set warmer to help ease energy bills. She's no longer able to enroll her son in gymnastics. She's taken on an extra tutoring role at work, and she made a box of pasta suffice for 4 meals for herself so that Keone, now 3.5 years old, could enjoy his favorite hot dogs, and salad. That's it, man. The single mother's playbook, them hot dogs, man. Living paycheck to paycheck. In March, about 30% of single parents surveyed by Morning Consult said their household finances were worse than average versus over 20% of all adults. During the 12-month period that ended in March 2020, single-parent households say they've made about 16% less than adults overall per month and spent about 8% less per month according to the data. While data overall consistently reports a solid gap between the average monthly spending and income, single parents have a much narrower difference, said John Lear. It says if there's no variables to our month, no one has to go to the doctor, no one has to go to the dentist, then all my bills get paid with less than $100 left over. So basically paycheck to paycheck, man. Right? And when these prophecies hit, man, those single mothers gonna be targets, man. All right? They're gonna be targets. It's gonna be ugly out here. You're gonna see prostitution coming back with a storm, right? You're going to see women basically casting off that pride, doing everything and anything to get by. These days are coming, and these days are coming primarily because, and we're going to read it. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15:17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but so destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? So these things are going to play out upon the earth, man. Inflation, currency being destroyed, right? You're going to have great violence. And brothers always bring out that 7 women to 1 man. And you think about the pride on these women today, how they would ever go for something like that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to have to tear this society down so bad that they just going to be wanting and looking to get with a man. This thing is going to happen, right? And we're seeing the building blocks of it throughout what's going on in the economy and through the world. If there is a variable or something going wrong, then something always gets paid late, said Shay Beery, 44-year-old Nashville, Tennessee resident who has raised her now 10-year-old son Kingston on her own. Right, and it's cheap to live down there in Tennessee. So, these people are struggling all over. They ain't putting Edomites up here. But let me keep scrolling because I didn't read through all this. It's pretty long. I ain't gonna get all of it. But yeah, even this guy they got up here, man, he's 68. Says he got a 17-year-old granddaughter on a fixed income, man. So, and what this is doing is creating people that are pissed off, man. Right? You're gonna create a lot of pissed off people. You're gonna have a lot of people shoplifting more, stealing, because guess what? They got to make ends meet. It says when prices start increasing, single parent families have less ability to cut back further, so they buy less food at the grocery store and end up putting more expenses on their credit cards. During the past 3 months, more of those balances are going unpaid. So debt is getting out of control, and they're going to have to bring in that new system, and this is going to lead to that. All right, the hollowing out of the middle class, where you're going to have a super rich, and then you're going to have everybody else. That's one of the plans Esau Edom, right? You know who Esau Edom is in the Bible. So-called white man got for the world. All right, you got Klaus Schwab and Great Reset. This is what these people are pushing. So let's grab a couple more scriptures and we end this off. Let's go on to 2 Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And what you see now, you see the so-called abortion people marching, which is nothing but a distraction. But they're gonna push that all the way until the elections, right? To make that a topic to keep you damn simpletons confused out here, right? While that's going on, you're gonna have inflation increase. You're gonna have shortages, right? You're gonna have people in despair, losing it, getting angry. More violence is coming. More riots. It's gonna be a hot summer, man. All right. Then don't mention they putting these phony baloney numbers up with the zombie juice, the push of zombie juice. So it's gonna get all out ugly, man. All right, stay strapped in and stay prayed up. It says, verse 5: For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifesting. You see the end manifesting, right? These things are coming down. The war with Russia, the nuclear missiles and the threatening, the posturing, the famine, all right? The currency collapse, the beast system, that implantable chip, right? Is going to be pushed. A whole new way, digital. All these things are acclimating as we speak. The end is manifested. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and of powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved, right, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I sanctified them for me from the beginning, meaning the elect, which is of the nation of Israel, which is the only people that can receive salvation, according to the scriptures. And that's not a very popular notion in this world, man. All right. But let's keep going. Let's end it off in the book of Proverbs 22:7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So debt is going to get out of control, man. Credit cards, home loans, all this shit is going to get borderline crazy out here, man. All right. It's going to get bad out here. You see, it's already bad out here, right? So that's pretty much the point. If you want to go back and read through this, it's on CNN Business. But this is what's going on, man. Skipping meals, motherfuckers fasting. But it's getting real in the field out here, man. All right? And they got Edomites in this story. But how much more Jake, right? And once Jake really get cut off, because let's say it this way, if Edomites feeling it, how did my mom used to say, right? Which I think she got this from somebody else. If the white man got got a cold, meaning society, your ass got pneumonia. Meaning that if they feeling the effects of something, guess how much more Jake is going to feel it, man. All right. But with that, I want to give all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom the next time.